Hey guys, tonight we're in unfamiliar territory, so we're not gonna be outside for too long. Let's start this thing and go. Yep. Otherwise, guys, welcome to the channel. It's Sibua, and I appreciate that you're here with me tonight. We are in the Hyundai venue, and we are about to hit the road now. We are in KZN, far from home. Look at that camera. Nah, man. No, it's grainy and everything else. I think it's just there for vibes. But at least you can see. Otherwise, I think most of us are using meters anyway. So, yeah. So, from that, I can't complain much looking at the price point because the venue starts at around 310,000 rands. And depending on which one you get, the one that we are in tonight is the turbocharged 1 liter turbocharged executive variant, which is going to cost you around 420,000 rands, and you can top this with like sunroofs and some bubbly sounds from the exhaust system in the N line, which is the latest edition that they've gotten for us here in the country. But look, I'm in Richards Bay, for those that know Richards Bay. So because of that, I wasn't planning to on spending a lot of time outside the car because, I don't know. I'm not familiar with the place. I've already seen the road that we're going to drive on now. So from that perspective, I'm all right. We'll get there. Yeah, so guys, as I've explained, this one is a 1 liter turbocharged. It has a 3-cylinder engine, which is pushing out 88.3 kilowatts, I think. Yeah, 88.3 kilowatts and 172 newton meters of torque. Who makes these odd numbers and commas and stuff on the kilowatts? But hey, you know what? It's all right. It's all right. I think from my perspective, I wasn't necessarily planning on doing a review or anything like that, but I had to leave the hotel where I was, and I was like, nah, let me just share something about this car because it was a little bit interesting when I got in, and as I'm starting to grow interest in Hyundai's 1 liter engines, especially on cars that are not as heavy like this one, because when you're driving it, you get a sense that, this thing is quite powerful. Yeah, the numbers could at least push a little bit up, like to 200 kilowatts, like in the Polos and so on. And some of the VWs that are like the Tiggo, I think, has the 1 liter engine, the 85 kilowatts. So this is not bad. And that's something that probably caught my eye. And the reason why I ended up shooting here to just talk about the engine and everything else. But look, I can't really say it's a performance car per se. I can't say it's a performance car for any reason. It's literally just an SUV, which I'm surprised by, because when it comes to this sub 4 meter kind of SUVs, this is a 3995 meter kind of a car, so you don't expect much from them mostly, and some of them are less powered when you're thinking about your urban cruisers. The Suzuki, what is that Suzuki now that looks like a Starlet, and the Starlet as well, should I say the Starlet looks like it because it comes from there. I don't know why it's not coming to my mind right now, but listen, the thing about this is that normally you find that they're natural aspirated, which you can get in here as well, because the premium variant, the lower spec, is 1.2 liter 4-cylinder natural aspirated. You're not going to get much out of that 61 kilowatts engine, I think. So from that perspective, you're not going to get much. But when you get this 1 liters, it starts getting interesting. And I'm enjoying it. It even has like a sport mode of some sort, which I think it's more pronounced in terms of sound and everything else in that the N line. Because 3 ports, for some reason, you see, I'm putting it on sport now. You see, this 3-cylinder engines, especially with the DCT, because this is a 7-speed DCT, by the way, it's actually interesting when it's changing up or down. Sometimes it has these delays, and when it's changing up, it does this bubble a little bit. So from that, you can actually, if you bump up the exhaust, you can actually get a good sound out of it. And that's what you see, it's not more pronounced here. It's not as pronounced, but I understand what Hyundai would have done with the others, just tune up the exhaust, and then you will get the babs and all these things. I think that's what they've done, because I've experienced this as well in the, what was that? The Citroen, the Citroen C3. I think it was doing the same thing as well. Quite interesting engine as well. It was quite an interesting one. I didn't expect it at the time. So that's the thing. But listen, in the night review, you know that in the night review, I don't focus a lot more on other specs and so on. But this is a little bit different, because I just literally hired this car and we're here for work. But I just thought, let me share something about it. So something interesting about it at night, man. It's the lighting. This thing has one light. Okay. All right. Man, I can really want to see what's the story here. Man, you see, I'm in KZN now. I'm even trying to call in some Zulu here and there. Man, relax, man. Okay. Let's see. You're not gonna struggle to catch up to cars in front of you. That's something that I like about this. This is really interesting, because when you get a car that is lighter, like your i20, this should be very interesting in terms of how it performs, because like the Polos, for example, with the 1 liters, those things move, and I'm pretty much impressed with what this can do as well. Yeah, I'm not expecting like the cabin to be like so quiet and everything else, but yeah, I'm actually impressed. Otherwise, at night, guys, as I was saying, you don't get much in here. One cabin light, unless if I missed it. In the boot, at least you do get a light as well. Nothing here that I've seen so far is LEDs. The main lights, the rear lights as well, there are light bulbs and so on. I think the N line is the one that has the LEDs. And the sound system in here, you get this standard 6-speaker. It's not the worst thing that you can get, but at the same time, you're not expecting a lot more, because this is a budget SUV, right? I'm not particularly a big fan of the design in the exterior, especially the front. But I guess, yeah, I've been seeing them on the road, so probably people like them for what they are and how they look like. But yeah, you'll tell me in the comments, guys, what you think about the Venue's exterior design and everything else. I'm alright, but this sub 4 meter SUV, sometimes they look a little bit weird to me when you look at the side proportions together with the length of the vehicle, because they forced it to be below 4 meters for a specific reason. I think there are incentives in countries like India where you don't get like additional taxes and so on. So from that, I understand why they do it, but from the looks, I think maybe they've put this new face that they put on, what is the bigger brother now of this car? That one that just got introduced now. My mind is not picking up all this. Guys, that one. Yes, I guess if maybe they put that face here, I'll start thinking, you know what? It makes a lot of sense, because it's a good car. I'm impressed. Despite the touch and beam and everything else, it actually performs quite well. The comfort levels are there. I'm not expecting like the most quiet cabin for some reason, because this is a budget car after all. So from that perspective, I think they've done a great job. I'm actually quite impressed. I'm impressed. Yeah, it does that when you take the volume up. I believe you can turn this thing off, right? sounds, you know what, I'm not bored in here, and that's something that impressed me. Why am I so impressed? I mean, yeah, it's not a sports car, especially with the steering wheel. It's not as responsive. I hope the i20 is, though, especially the N-Line. But after all, this is your typical small family SUV, and yeah, there's a lot that I think it offers. I'm actually quite impressed by it. One can consider it if they're looking into this segment, especially because Hyundai is going to give you like a 5-year, 150,000 kilometer manufacturer warranty, additional 2-year or 50,000 in this case manufacturer powertrain warranty, and you can get like service plan that is like 3 years, 45,000 kilometers. So quite impressive. Now it's time for me to keep quiet and let you listen to the car and how it drives without me making so much noise. I'm out. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight. Enjoy the rest of the video, guys. We'll talk in the comments.